Yeah, hi peeps, Tersse back on this world. I just want to sort of do some caveats for my last video. Christians are causing the evil in the world, because a lot of people say, well, it's not us, we're fighting evil. I know you're fighting evil, you're trying to do the best you can, you know, and the problem is you're not doing a great job, you know, and let's just cover the facts. Now, we do have evil in the world, and it tends to target things like old women. Right? Most of the witches are old women with warts, right? And it targets reasonably young women, you know, because, you know, like that documentary The Exorcist proved that, you know, they like young women, you know. And kids, young female kids, the evil likes to get into them and make them mischievous, you know. So, you know, that's sort of like, you know, documented, you know. In fact, the evil pretty much tends to like women, you know. Not a lot of men, but, you know, definitely loves women. Evil loves women, right? It does like to get into some men, right? White fucktarded bigots with guns, evil loves them, we've seen that. Fat fucking white people who drive buses, you know. Fat white men who drive buses, it likes to get into them, we've seen that in some of these documentaries about evil. Young white children does tend to like to get into them and make them tricky. Doesn't seem to be that evil gets into 22-year-old white men for some reason. Not at all, you know. Didn't seem to. No, haven't seen any documentaries about young 22-year-old white men being infected with evil. There is the occasional fit, middle-aged CEO on Wall Street that gets invaded by evil and becomes an evil, corrupt bastard. So there's a warning for you young men on Wall Street. If you ever become a CEO, be careful with the churches you go to, because the evil's there just waiting on you. In a moment of weakness, bang, being there, got you, you become a horrible person, you know what I mean? Start stealing money off of people. Oh, yeah, you do that already. Well, they'll make you do some other horrible things. Corrupt people, you know. Ugh, you're doing that already. Yeah, I'm sure there's something that'll do to you, you know, but apparently, you know, young 22 to 30 years, you know, white men don't get invaded with evil, you know. Don't see it much in the documentaries I watched about evil, you know. So you're going to be very careful about this, you know what I mean? I mean, it is documented that, you know, well, there's that, as I was speaking before, Paranormal Activity, you know, brilliant documentary. Apparently, I think it's a series now, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's a few of them, you know, and that proves that, you know, evil does sink into structures, you know, and your churches are structures, some of them thousands of years old. Can you imagine how much evil is in a structure that's, say, 1,000 years old and used to burn witches? Because, yeah, the witches, because they got burned, that destroyed the evil in them, and the witch. That's a bit unfortunate, but we got the evil, right? But do you remember, in the dungeons of these churches, so-called churches, you know what I mean? They were basically torture chambers where we threatened the person who was invaded by evil with all kinds of pain, suffering, until they admitted that they were, you know, possessed by evil. And some of them died there being tortured. Not tortured. What am I thinking? You know what I mean? No, they weren't being tortured. They were being questioned. They were being questioned, you know. It's a bit like American Army now, you know, you're just asking people questions under duress, you know. You just, you know, but just questioning them, you know. under a heavy flow of water. But anyway, so, some of these witches, before they admitted they were witches, died, under questioning, and their evil must have just went into the building's walls, because they didn't go to hell, they went burned, fire didn't quench them, 1,000-year-old church, how many evil spirits are in their walls, Probably an uncountable amount, which actually explains why these supposedly, pious people do weird things, like they weren't gay, then they became gay and started doing drugs, and then the evil left them because people prayed for them and they became pious again, There's documentaries about it, sorry, got distracted there. Beautiful woman walked by the window. My man, what can I say? So yeah, you've got to watch out. Man, all the time. Evil is everywhere. We've spent so much time getting rid of evil and pushing it out of people to try and save them, sometimes, that there's a lot of evil in the world sunk into the structures that we actually revere and think are safe places. But you can't walk into church and just feel you're safe. Evil is everywhere. God tells you this. Evil is everywhere, and you have to be on your guard at all times. Why do we have so many of the most respected, pious leaders of the church falling into the path of evil and having to be redeemed? Well, obviously it's because of the amount of evil that we built up in the structures that we worship within. I'm just trying to put caveats on why I'm thinking this way, Evil is very hard to get rid of, I mean, we could say that, the tornadoes and, the tsunamis we've seen abroad were caused by gay people. But is that true? We've always had gay people. But I do believe that the church back then, back in 1,000 years ago, didn't have so many gay people. I'm quite sure of that. Yeah, they hated women, thought men were the pinnacle of God's achievement, but they weren't gay. They never partook of the gay. But apparently today, the gay is being blamed for all of the evil. I don't think it's the gay's fault. I think it's the evil's fault. And it's our fault for getting rid of this evil out of people, because we don't tie people to stakes and burn them anymore so that the evil gets forced into hell. We simply cast the evil out, saving the person but letting that evil go into the world, to disappear into a wall or a chair or I don't know, an amulet or something, a shoe. Probably why people threw shoes at Hillary Clinton and George Bush. They were trying to hit them with it and put the gay evil into them or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Probably something like that. They were possessed by evil. Evil shoe. Luckily those people ducked. But anyway, yeah, we have evil everywhere. That evil, we're casting out of people, saving those people. Oh, we saved you. Oh, thanks for saving. But that evil's gone now, and it's gone somewhere else. It's looking for someone else to do. Flying about, searching. I'll hide you in this fucking wall. And it hides in the wall until somebody walking past, just thinking, yeah, I'm safe. I don't have to worry about evil. Now I'm evil. It's like, we know that this happens. I mean, Michelle Bachmann and what's that other fantastic Christian from Alaska, Michelle Palin, is it? Is it Michelle Palin? I don't know. No, Michelle Bachmann and something Palin. I forget. I think I'm getting some evil in me. Oh, get out, evil! Get out! Yeah, Palin. I mean, fantastic, upstanding Christian citizens fighting evil, but do they know where, when they cast out evil, where it goes? It's all very well believing they go to hell, but as I've said before, there's no proof of it. There's no proof that they go. We can kid ourselves on, but God tells us that evil works in mysterious ways. No, that's God. Evil is snide and sneaky, yeah. And they might go, when they leave the body, but that doesn't mean to say that they're being forced into hell. That's just them tricking you to make you think you've won. And then you go, oh, we won, you know. And then it goes zip into a wall and waits for the next innocuous person walking by, probably a woman, because they prefer a woman, or a fat white bus driver, or a fat white guy that loves guns, and then, you know, bang. Some fat guy's shooting somebody somewhere, or some bus driver's driving into a bus stop plowing people down, you know, some child is calling his best friend at school fat, you know, tricks a little bastard, you know, it's all that, isn't it? You know, beautiful women tricking people into sex, yeah, that's evil, that's the evil in them doing that, you know, that's definitely a fucking spirit, you know, they've been possessed, you know. You know, it's like, you know, some old woman giving sweets to kids, you know what I mean? Yeah, fucking that's the witch in her, you know, she's turned into a witch. Some candy kids, you know what I mean? Yeah, she's a fucking witch, you know. Horrible, you know, how, you know, these old people try and trick kids into being nice by giving them treats, you know what I mean? Fucking hell, that's definitely evil. That's possession right there, you know. Possession 101, you know. Old person gives kid treats, witch, you know what I mean? Was by herself with 5 cats, witch, you know, burn her. Oh no, sorry, we can't do it anymore. Not all the burn them. You know, but you know, get her into church and pray for her. But then the church fills up with all these evil spirits because we don't burn them anymore. Fucking hell, we really need to bring back the Christian laws of, you know, propriety and getting rid of evil, you know. Fire cleanses. We need to burn them. If you burnt more people, you wouldn't have to burn so many churches, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, my idea you should burn the churches because they're full of evil. That stands on its own merits, you know. But if we burnt more people for being evil, yeah, stands to reason, we wouldn't have so much evil in the churches. I'm just saying, logic, fucking logic, you know what I mean? Absolute fucking, you know, down there where like evolution is rubbish, you know? Never seen a fish turn into a dog. You know what I mean? Monkeys don't turn into people, still got monkeys, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm just saying, stands to reason, burn more people, less evil in the world. Force all the evil into the fucking pit of hell. Get more help for the angels if we burnt more people, because they seem to turn up when there's lots of fire going on, don't they? Yeah. Well, that's what I've been led to believe by the good book anyway, you know. Burn witches, angels appear in the sky with trumpets. I think I read that somewhere. It wasn't in a documentary, but I think it was in the good book. Trumpets in the sky, burning witches, yeah. See the face of God in the smoke, laughing and smiling, cheering you on, yeah. I think I've read things like that from good Christians from, like, you know, 500 years ago. Somewhere when I was reading them, I used to go to libraries. Oh, libraries. Oh. One place you'll never find an evil spirit, library. Too quiet for them. As soon as they get people going mad and making noises and stuff, get out! Get out! And there you go, the spirit's gone. That evil person's away at the church to get fucking de-evilized, you know what I mean? And the library is safe again. Yay! Safe libraries. So, yeah, just saying, you know, caveats, not just churches that way, but the churches end up with them all because people catch them elsewhere and then they go to the church, get them kicked out, and then they stick in the church, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, caveats, want you know why I would put that out. So once you've